Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music blasting, and then it hits you. What if you were driving the car? The one that turns heads, drops jaws, and makes people say, "Wait, is that the Batmobile?" Cars have always been more than machines. They're characters, icons, legends. Today, we're diving into the fascinating stories of the most iconic cars in pop culture. Those four-wheeled stars that sometimes outshine their human co-stars. Buckle up, because this ride's gonna be legendary. Let's start with a time machine. And no, I'm not talking about some futuristic spaceship. I mean the DeLorean DC-12 from Back to the Future. On its own, the DeLorean was a quirky little sports car with gull-wing doors and stainless steel body panels that made it look like it was plucked straight out of a sci-fi movie. Oh wait, it was. This car wasn't a massive success in real life. Poor sales and some, let's just say, interesting business decisions put the DeLorean Motor Company out of business pretty quickly. But slap a flux capacitor on it and suddenly, it's a car that can break the space-time continuum. Today, the DeLorean isn't just a car, it's a cultural artifact. And let's be real, if you had one, you'd absolutely be trying to hit 88 MPU just to see what happens. Speaking of cars that aren't just cars, let's talk about the Batmobile. Now, depending on how old you are, your idea of the Batmobile might be Adam West campy. Rocket-powered ride from the 60s, or maybe it's Christian Bale's tank, like Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. Either way, this isn't just a car, it's Batman's ultimate sidekick. Sure, Robin might help fight crime, but can Robin tear through the streets of Gotham, shoot grappling hooks, and survive explosions? Didn't think so. The Batmobile has been through dozens of redesigns, but one thing's constant. Every kid who's ever seen it wants one. And let's be honest, so do you. Next up, we've got James Bond's Aston Martin DB5. This car is class, sophistication, and danger rolled into one. First appearing in Goldfinger back in 1964, the DB5 came loaded with gadgets that made Q look like the ultimate tech wizard. Ejector seats, machine guns, rotating license plates. This thing had everything except Wi-Fi. It was the ultimate spy car, and it cemented Aston Martin's place in the Automotive Hall of Fame. Even decades later, the DB5 is still making appearances in Bond films, proving that some legends never go out of style. But maybe spy cars and superhero rides aren't your thing. Maybe you're more of a muscle car fan. In that case, let's talk about Dominic Toretto's 1970 Dodge Charger from The Fast and the Furious. This car isn't just a machine. It's a symbol of family, power, and a complete disregard for traffic laws. With its roaring V8 engine and menacing stance, the Charger became the face of a franchise that started with street racing and somehow turned into international heist missions. And let's not forget the insane stunts. This car has jumped bridges, outrun tanks, and even dragged a giant safe through the streets of Rio. If that's not iconic, what is? Now, let's pivot to something a little less aggressive but equally legendary, the Volkswagen Beetle. Or as you might know it, Herbie the Love Bug. Herbie was the star of a series of Disney films that turned this humble little car into a racing champion with a mind of its own. The Beetle was already a beloved car, thanks to its affordability and quirky design, but Herbie gave it a personality. This wasn't just a car, it was a friend. And while Herbie might not be as flashy as a Batmobile or a DeLorean, there's something undeniably charming about a car that wins races with pure heart. And hey, don't think we're forgetting about video games. Who here has spent hours customizing cars in Need for Speed or Forza Horizon? Cars in video games are often just as iconic as their movie counterparts. Take the Warthog from Halo. It's not exactly a car. It's more like an armored tank on wheels. But it's become synonymous with chaotic, adrenaline-pumping fun. Or what about Mario Kart's Rainbow Road nightmares? Yeah, we're looking at you, drifting off the edge for the 50th time. While we're on the topic of cars that make us feel things, let's not forget about Pixar's Cars. Lightning McQueen, Matter, and the whole gang didn't just tell us stories, they taught us about friendship, perseverance, and sometimes taking a pit stop when life gets too hectic. Sure, they're animated, but these cars resonate with us on a human level. And if you say you didn't cry during Cars 3, you're lying. By now, you're probably feeling one of two things. Either a burning desire to rewatch your favorite movies, or a desperate need to upgrade your car. Either way, hit that like button if you're loving this deep dive into pop culture's greatest rides. And if we've missed your favorite, drop it in the comments. We're always up for expanding the list. Back to the icons. Let's talk about KITT from Knight Rider. This 1982 Pontiac Trans Am wasn't just a car, it was a partner in crime solving. Equipped with artificial intelligence, KITT could talk, think, and even sass Michael Knight, played by David Hasselhoff. KITT was basically Sarai on steroids, and it made us all dream of having a car that could do more than just get us from point A to point B. Sure, we have smart cars now, but can they jump over obstacles or hack into systems? Didn't think so. And then there's the Mini Cooper from the Italian Job. Small, fast, and surprisingly capable, these little cars turned a heist movie into a high-speed ballet. Whether it was zipping through tight alleyways or jumping across rooftops, the Mini Cooper proved that size doesn't matter when you've got style and skill. Plus, it made every compact car owner feel just a little bit cooler. Of course, we can't leave out Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. This 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500 was more than just a car. It was the ultimate one-last job dream machine. Every car enthusiast watching that movie felt their heart skip a beat when Eleanor roared onto the screen. And while stealing cars is, illegal, this movie made it look almost noble. At the end of the day, these cars are more than vehicles. They're dreams on wheels, a mix of engineering and imagination that make us believe anything is possible. They remind us that sometimes it's not just about where you're going, it's about how you get there. So next time you're stuck in traffic, just imagine you're in one of these iconic rides. Who knows? It might make that commute a little more bearable. Before we wrap up, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of pop culture and beyond. Whether you're here for the nostalgia, the tech, or just the epic stories, there's always more to uncover. Hit that bell so you don't miss a single ride. And hey, let us know in the comments if you could pick one iconic car from this list. Which one would you choose? Thanks for riding along. Until next time, keep your engines running and your dreams racing.